I heard about the scheme through an email sent out by my trust, and decided to apply because I felt like I needed a new challenge, really. I'd enjoyed my clinical leadership experience so far and wanted to take that further, and I was particularly drawn to the focus on compassionate leadership within the high potential scheme. When I joined the scheme, I didn't really know what the future held. I think as a medic, you choose your specialty and you go down a particular training pathway and you jump through all the relevant hoops to become a consultant. And then when you become a consultant, you kind of establish yourself in the role. And I actually think it's quite difficult then to think about what next and how to develop yourself further. And I think through being part of the scheme, it's really opened my eyes to all the other options that are out there and given me a bit more confidence to think about what next and to explore kind of wider leadership options within the broader healthcare system. The whole scheme really has been very well structured and set up all the way through with lots and lots of communication and information given. In terms of the assessment process, I think the thing I remember most is the interview day, and that really consisted of a role play, which was actually quite enjoyable, focusing on leadership scenarios and leadership challenges. And then I guess there was what we would describe as a more typical interview, focusing on questions around leadership experience and qualities of a leader. And there really was a focus on values-based leadership and compassionate leadership. This is the first time in my career that I've ever had a coach or a mentor. My careers coach, Scilla, has been absolutely fantastic. She's been really supportive, encouraging, but also appropriately challenging all the way through. And she's really made me focus on my own drivers and values and what motivates me, as well as thinking about future career options. In terms of my mentor, he's had a slightly different role, more thinking about what next, and putting me in contact with various different people who have been useful to talk to and thinking about future potential career options, as well as thinking about what would be useful stretch assignments going forwards. So thinking about stretch assignments, there were a number of different areas of leadership that I felt was lacking, and one of them was really about thinking about strategy and strategic thinking, as well as leadership outside of my area of clinical expertise. So my first stretch assignment, I worked with the Trust strategy team, and I was responsible for undertaking a local population needs assessment, looking at areas of unmet need within local areas served by the Trust. I also, during my stretch, worked with the Trust strategic lead and the Director of Allied Healthcare Professionals to develop a Trust strategy on long COVID syndrome. It was actually really good because before becoming a consultant, I undertook a Masters in Public Health. So I was really able to build on the skills and knowledge that I'd learnt during my Masters and put that into practice. The scheme has really encouraged me to think about the future and what next rather than to focus on the now, and really given me confidence to focus on my own values and what motivates me. And I started to think that I want to take on a broader leadership role within the healthcare system. So over the next eight months of the scheme, I'm hoping to think more about in detail of what that might look like and explore the various options.